Dawn Frail, President of Athena Executive Education. This video is about strategy and using two popular tools called strategy maps and balanced scorecard. The word strategy has become commonplace, and some might even argue too commonplace, to the point where, maybe it's lost some of its meaning. Now, when we talk about strategy here at Athena, we're referring to the overarching strategy that sits on top of your organization. Think of a military general sitting at the very top of the hierarchy, and then underneath there are many field commanders battling on many fronts with many units. It's the general's responsibility to comprehend the complexity of the entire landscape and then to orchestrate accordingly. So, why talk about military and war? Well, the word strategy comes from the Greek word strategos, meaning the art of the general. Now, if you studied the classics in school, you might remember from your lessons in Greek mythology that Athena was the goddess of wisdom and war strategy. And that is where our company name comes from. Your business strategy will have many pieces to it, but they will all fit together into an integrated whole. Now, that's the concept of strategy, but what exactly is a strategy? Well, strategy is an integrated set of choices about what you will and will not do that are tied to value creation and will define your business and how your business will achieve its objectives. So strategy is success by design, not by default. Now, maybe it sounds like a lot of work, it can be, but it's critically important if you want to drive behaviors, align your teams, and focus energy, resources, and time so that your business can get better results. Now, some of the pieces that might be included in your strategic plan are your vision, your mission, your values, your overall objective, your dominant value proposition. Maybe you've done a SWOT analysis or a competitive landscape or a strategy canvas. These would be parts of it. And Balanced Scorecard and Strategy Map are other pieces that would be part of your strategic plan. So let's talk about Balanced Scorecard and Strategy Map. Balanced Scorecard and Strategy Map. These are strategic thinking and planning tools. The concept comes from Drs. Kaplan and Norton and in their original work from the 1990s. It led to a book in 2004 that they published, one of my favorites, called Strategy Maps. Essentially, the Strategy Map and the Balanced Scorecard make an integrated strategic planning and performance management system. I want to give you an overview of these two very valuable tools. Now, a strategy map explains a series of cause and effect relationships. So the overall objective for you and your business is to achieve financial success. In the for-profit world, that means to make money. In the not-for-profit world, that means to make the best use of the money that you have. But your overall objective is to achieve financial success. Well, to achieve that financial success, you've got to be able to keep your customers happy. And in order to keep your customers happy, you have to have the right internal processes. To have the right internal processes, you need to make sure that you enable the right competencies, you have the right culture, and you establish the right structures. So to figure out how to do all of this, we create then what we call strategic themes. Strategic themes are the main areas of focus of your organization. So some examples might be operational excellence, or strategic partnering, or building the business. Maybe your theme is innovation or service excellence. Think of these things as your pillars of excellence, your main supports. Next, we'll define what does it look like to achieve each of these strategic themes. We'll call these strategic results. So, examples might be on target on time, or high quality win-win relationships. Maybe increase shareholder value through acquisition, or 24/7 support worldwide. How about universally recognized as our industry innovator? So we have our strategic themes, we have our strategic results. Next, we need to define our strategic objectives. So these are what we want to accomplish and how we want to accomplish it through the lens of 4 different perspectives. Those perspectives are number 1, financial, number 2, customer, number 3, internal processes, and number 4, learning and growth, or enablers. Financial. The financial perspective is where we identify ways and means of achieving our overriding objective based on revenue growth through price, or volume, or turnover, or productivity, optimizing fixed and variable assets. These would be examples of how we might do that. The next perspective is the customer. Here, we're looking for ways and means to achieve our financial objectives through retaining or adding customers. Maybe increasing revenue per customer or reducing costs per customer. These would be examples. Perspective number 3 is internal processes. Here, we're looking for ways and means to achieve our customer objectives based on things like internal operational effectiveness, or innovation, or our customer management processes. And finally, our 4th perspective is learning and growth. Here, we're looking for ways and means to achieve our process objectives based on human capital, our people, information capital, our technology, and organizational capital, our infrastructure. So now we have our themes, we have our results, we have our objectives, and they're all on our strategy map. Now we create the balanced scorecard by adding to these measures, targets, and initiatives. First, add measures and targets at the organizational level. So for example, you're identifying revenue in dollars, or maybe market share in percentage, or perhaps a brand awareness score in points. Then your final step is to add initiatives at the department level. Now these are tied to the objectives, but they're managed like projects. And this is where your execution plan will take over. So now you have some ideas about what constitutes a really solid strategic plan. And you have some suggestions for some excellent tools to help you get there. Now you're on track to getting better results from and through your people.